It's been more than a month since devastating floods hit Kerr County.
Some 550 campers were at Camp Mystic, many asleep in cabins in high-risk flood zones.
In just a matter of minutes, what should have been a joyful summer turned into heartbreak. 25 children and 2 counselors lost their lives.
The parents of victims of the Central Texas flooding disaster are making emotional pleas to ensure that this never happens again.
Channeling their pain into purpose.
The group of parents are backing Senate Bill 1, being called the Heavens 27 Camp Safety Act.
Those parents appeared before a Texas Senate committee yesterday.
In Austin, parent after parent, recounting and reliving utter heartbreak.
I naively assumed she was safer at camp than anywhere else.
Didn't know we were sending our daughters to sleep in cabins that were removed from the floodplain through an administrative process.
We entrusted her care to the camp operators, and never for a moment did we believe she would be returned to us in a casket.
My anguish is as infinite as the stars in the sky. Searing, blazing, exploding, a black hole of pain.
These families now honoring their daughters by using their voices to protect future generations.
The biggest tragedy is that this was 100% preventable.
We can't let complacency claim the life of another child.
Obvious, common sense safety measures were absent. As a result, my daughter was stolen from us.
They banded together and convinced Texas legislators, Democrats and Republicans, to unify and enact a new law that would make camps safer for kids from flooding and other emergencies.
The changes we were asking for are logical, nonpartisan ideas for camp safety.
Keeping cabins out of floodplains, requiring real emergency plans, mandating weather radios and alert systems.
These are common sense things. They're easy.
These things that we thought were in place because they're in place in our schools, they're in place everywhere that has the care of children except apparently summer camps.
This safety measure should almost even be more amplified in a camp because of the rural nature of it.
And the risk of campers going back to camp this summer under the status quo is just completely unacceptable.
We can't bring our daughter back, but you can make her memory a shield for every child who will step onto a camp bus next summer.
I need for her voice to still be heard. This needs to become law.
It is the start of a promise that their lives and their deaths will mean change.
Corners cannot be cut. These were our children's lives. Let's make these 27 amazing girls proud of the way we respond.
Parents, if you'll stand when I read your daughter's name.
If all the Senate would stand in their honor, I'd appreciate that. Mary Grace Baker, Hannah and Rebecca Lawrence, twins. Seal Stewart, Margaret Bellows, Blakely McCory, Elise Lula Peck, Mary Kate Jacoby, Renee Smashkrala, Wynn Naylor, Kellyanne Lytle, Hadley Hannah, Sarah Marsh, Janie Hunt, Anya McCown, Lida Bonner, Molly DeWitt, Ellen Getton, Lainey Landry, Mary Barrett Stevens, Abby Pohl, Lucy Dillon, Virginia Hollis, Margaret Sheedy, Greta Toronzo, the 2 counselors, the heroes, Chloe Childress, Catherine Ferruzzo.
Thank you for your presence today. We are honored to have you.
136 ayes and 1 nay. House Bill 1 passes to engrossment.
This night will always be a part of the history of the Senate. In a way, you've inspired us to do our best.
With a unanimous vote, senators show their support.
They pleaded for swift action.
If the watchman sees the sword coming and does not blow the trumpet to warn the people, I will hold the watchmen accountable for their blood.
They pleaded that their daughters did not die in vain.
There cannot be a 28th one day. There shouldn't have even been one.
They wanted laws to be passed so that other parents would not experience the hell that they have been through.
These children were put to sleep in a floodplain with no plan for a flood.
Improved and safer camp safety is now law in the great state of Texas, a law that will save lives.
This momentum has built and continues to build for change.
We're here for the long haul. I plan to make it my second job so that no other parent has to go through this type of pain.
They hope, though, this is just the first step, that it sets the tone for other states to look at their own camp safety rules.
Seal is still missing.
Until she is found, our family lives in a torture chamber of uncertainty.
Cece Stewart telling the New York Times, quote, "Camp Mystic is pressing ahead with reopening, even if it means inviting girls to swim in the same river that may potentially still hold my daughter's body."
Please do not stop the search for Seal Stewart.